So if I want to learn about a particular topic, I can go out and buy a book that's about that thick on it, or there's books that are that thick on it. So forget about the time that it takes to read the big one, but obviously I'm going to assume the big one has a lot more information on that particular topic. So I'm Stephen Lau.
I'm Ian Corrigan.
And today we're going to talk about how business owners take advantage of being the leader or the thought leader in any particular industry as recognized by Google. Because if you get recognized, you're going to get that traffic. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that Google is definitely rewarding sites for being, the leader in their field. Whatever they're selling, whatever they're offering. And you talked about the thickness of the books, with the thin book and the thick book.
Yeah.
And I think that you need both, actually. I think that if you're preparing a guide to whatever you're selling, you need to think of it in multiple perspectives, not just from the business perspective as how to sell it, but maybe how the person who's just getting into this field, just getting into this market, learning about it, they need the elementary, the thin book.
Well, I think that if you take a topic, let's just make it maybe a little bit simpler for our audience, right? So if I want to be number one in math, what do I need to cover? I think I need to cover addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, algebra, statistics. And even if I do a search on Google, we can even go there and see what it expects. In fact, there's like math games, math puzzles. So that's a broad topic. You got the quizzes as well. So everything related to that. And then these websites are being found because they're providing that information. So I think as a local business owner, if you want to be the expert in your field, you not only have to cover the stuff that you provide to your clients, but also the background information about that particular topic. You might even have to cover the what is, who is, how does it benefit me?
5 W's.
The 5 W's. All of that information has to be covered, and now you become more comprehensive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And you need basic level stuff, intermediate level stuff, and expert level stuff for all the levels of people who are going to visit your site and see what you're selling. And
I do agree as well that you need this kind of like thin layer of content that should sit on top of the bigger one, because your audience isn't going to read on and on and on, right? They just want really to contact you. So ultimately, you also want to get found, though, through some of that other content that you're creating, because those pages may get found. So if your website's, again, we've mentioned this before, if your website's like 1,000 pages and you get one visitor per page per month, then that's 1,000 visitors per month. So that's a very good route to take.
Yeah, oftentimes we do these things with the search engine in mind, not necessarily the visitor.
Yeah.
But it does always have to provide value to the visitor too, because
Absolutely.
Google is ultimately then providing search results to what people search for. So if that search term's not relevant, Google's going to quickly lose face with the person using Google services.
Let's do an ad hoc exercise.
Okay.
Let's try to expand out, for users, because maybe it's still confusing. Let's take renovations as an example. Renovations is a topic. I'm a renovator. I want to build a renovation website. how can I be comprehensive, right? So first, obviously, you start out with your services. So maybe you're going to have content on kitchens, bathrooms, additions, basements, right? And then if you want to dig down a little bit further in kitchens, what could you do in kitchens?
You could put in ideas,
ideas?
Give people ideas about what's trendy in 2019.
Right.
What are the things that people are installing now that's ahead of the curve.
Right. You can have the fact that you can have packages in the kitchens, for small kitchens, medium kitchens, large kitchens.
You can describe your process.
Yeah.
If that you have a consultation, a design period, a mock-up, whatever your process is to build the kitchen.
Yes, you can talk about the components of the kitchens as well, the cabinets, the floors, the countertops, the granite, so on and on and on. So all of this can become part of the website.
Absolutely, and for each page too. So kitchens, bathrooms, all those things listed.
Exactly. And then you can also have a guide in there, like 101s for renovation. So kind of like, hey, how should you start? What does the permit process look like? So much information can be carried there, but then, that's what gets you found.
Yeah.
So if you have all of that there, Google's like, well, this person doesn't have to leave your website. That's all there. So that's how you get found.
Yeah, because you don't know what page people are going to find your website. Maybe they find it on the 101 guide or the little bit more comprehensive guide, or maybe they find it because they're a contractor or a customer. Who knows? But you just have to have it there so that Google can recommend it when it's called upon.
Yeah, so in summary, we've talked about how you need to be comprehensive, especially if you're the thought leader. If you're the number one website, you ultimately have to have the most content on that topic, right? And so there's ways to expand that out. We did kind of an ad hoc kind of exercise, really just to expand out, say, renovation. So that's the way you should do it. Just grab a piece of paper and just start writing out all these ideas, and all those ideas should really translate into a page on your website.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So if you have any questions about how to be comprehensive, how to get found online, why you even have to do it, make sure to reach out to us. Just email us or phone us. Our information is just down below. And of course, I look forward to hearing from you. I'm Stephen Lau, signing off.
I'm Ian Corrigan, signing off.